right. It's tipped to the 50, and from the 50, it's being returned. There's nobody in front of him. It's Lacoste. It's a touchdown. Throw, low snap, going deep down the field. He's got Kirkland. He is wide open. Only one man to beat at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and no one's going to catch him.
Welcome to Kailua, Hawaii, a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in the island state as the Wyverns take on the undefeated Baltimore Crabs from Landmark Coliseum on Wyvern Radio 99.5 AM NOS The Storm. I'm your play-by-play commentator Cameron Irvine in Kailua, looking to pull the upset today, hoping that a new energy will help them to 2-2, something that San Francisco could not get accomplished just an hour ago. We head down to the field for today's coin toss.
How you been? We're ready for you. Make the selection. What is the call? Heads. It is tails. We want the ball. The Wyverns have won the toss and select to receive.
Kailua is going to take the football to start this one. Testing the Baltimore Crabs defense. Kailua's offense last in the league, coming in 13 points a game. They want to change that. We're underway. From the 15, very short kick. Kailua past the 30 to the 34, and the Wyverns start with excellent field position. So Kailua 1-2 on the season, trying to stop the Baltimore Crabs from becoming the first team in league history to record a 4-0 start. They will begin out of the eye with a tight formation. And Matsumoto will hand it off on a counter, and Noel Kreis picks up a couple. Kailua in the home black helmets, dark blue jerseys with the dark blue pants, white numbers, and the bright green flames and trim. Baltimore in the road navy blue helmets, white jerseys, gold pants with the navy blue numbers and navy blue trim. 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line after the 2-yard run from Kreis. And Matsumoto will play action to the fullback, has all kinds of time, down the field, caught for a first down to the Baltimore 42. That's tight end Rex Norton, a first Hawaiian Bank first down. Good start from Matsumoto in the tight end of the passing game. Rex Norton coming in a couple of contests, 9 grabs for 110 yards, has not reached the end zone. Matsumoto will hand off to Kreis on first down, breaks a tackle. No, Kreis picks up 7 to the Baltimore 35. Starting lineups for the Kailua offense. Quarterback is number 3, Ona Matsumoto. Running back is number 33, Noel Kreis. Receivers are number 13, Yuya Aiba. Number 43, Lawrence Kirkland. And the tight end is number 84, Rex Norton. 2nd and 3 just outside of field goal range for the Wyverns. 2 receiver set, and Kreis gets another handoff. Kreis spins to pick up a couple. It'll bring up 3rd down and short. For the Baltimore Crab D, it is at cornerback Kenneth Lyons and Michael Sims, 22 and 21 respectively. Outside linebackers are number 47 Joe Dazza, number 55 Henry Hittner. Safeties are Eddie Gage, number 27, Joe Lynn, number 26. Draw play, Kreis on 3rd and 1. Makes a spin move and picks up a first Hawaiian Bank first down. Noel Kreis getting some carries, and Kailua looks to be managing the game better than they did in New York, where they lost 55-6. It was the largest loss in league history. As mentioned in the newsletter, Kailua in practice hung a 55-6 banner out on the field here at Landmark Coliseum. They have since taken that down. 1st and 10, Christ on the carry, not much room here. Picks up a couple, 2nd and 8. Tackle made by Anderson. 3 minutes in here at Landmark Coliseum, no score. Kailua has held the football up to this point. Second and 8 at the 29-yard line. 2 receivers. And Matsumoto swings it outside that pass. Caught by Iba. Gain of 3. Lions there on coverage, but Iba ran out of real estate. 3rd and 5. So a big 3rd down here for Kailua. They converted 1 already on this drive. A 3rd down and 1, which Christ was able to spin through some traffic and move the sticks. Two receivers, both at the top of the screen. Iba in the slot. Kirkland top of, very, very top of the screen. Matsumoto back to pass. Deep drop back. Going to the end zone. Wide open! Touchdown! Kailua! Lawrence Kirkland! The crowd starts slow again, and Kailua says, "I'll take it." Touchdown, Lawrence Kirkland, wide open. Eddie Gage wasn't even close. What an opening drive for Kailua in 3.5 minutes. They drive down the field, and Kirkland gets his first touchdown of the season. Extra point for Kailua is good. And with 9:34 to go in the first quarter, it's 7-0 here at a packed house at Landmark. Capture this moment. Wyverns 4-1 at home in the last 5 games. Hoping that some home field advantage will give them an added boost today. Beat San Francisco 26-13, their only victory of the year. Baltimore will get their first taste offensively from the 9-yard line. Crabs on the return past the 25, past the 30, and out to the 33. Good return for Baltimore. So Lawrence Kirkland catches a wide open pass. He ends up with 2 pretty long catches on the opening drive, and now Kailua's defense will have to see how they stand up to this tall task of stopping a Baltimore offense that averages 38 points and 574.3 yards per game. 3 receivers for Mike Dazzo. He'll start it off with a counter to Elliott Snyder, and Snyder's got a lot of room. Snyder picks up 8 to the 41. If he would have spun outside instead of inside, he might have been gone as Nathaniel Grayson makes the tackle. Starting defense for Kailua. Cornerback is number 23, Koyama Shigeki. They need a big game out of him today. Free safety number 36, Nathaniel Grayson. You see him on your screen. Outside linebacker, or linebackers I should say. Inside, Sebastian Brock, number 53. Outside, Justin Saunders, number 56. One of the best linebacking duos in the SFL. 2nd and 2 from the 41. Another counter to Snyder. Bounces it to the outside. Snyder past midfield. Breaks a tackle. Snyder 35-30. And tackle to the 25-yard line. Snyder 2 carries for 2 big gains, particularly on the second. And Snyder gives Baltimore first down into scoring position just like that. Kailua not shutting down the ends. Baltimore exploits it here on the first couple of plays. 8.5 to go. This game has started off with a bang. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Dazzo has yet to pass. He will pass. 3-step drop. Going to the end zone. And that pass is caught by Outdat. Touchdown. Wow. Demetrius Outdat hauls it in. And Mike Dazzo for the 2nd consecutive week. His first pass goes for a touchdown. And look at that grab Wow, Baltimore strikes back immediately in 3 plays.
Epstein is back for the point after. Well, on the hold.
Fireworks in the first quarter for sure, as Demetrius Outdack comes down with touchdown number 4. Nick Quick also has 4 on the season, and the extra point for Baltimore is good. So Elliott Snyder gets him down the field, and Mike Dazzo and Demetrius Outdack do the rest. 8:19 to go in the first quarter. We're all knotted up at 7. Coming up tomorrow night, the Knights are heavy favorites, but the Stars are trying to pull the mega upset. The two teams have split 4 meetings. The New York Knights, winners of 3 straight, host the winless Dallas Stars. That's tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, live from Metro Stadium, right here on the SFL Network on Twitch. From the 15, another short kick past the 25 to the 30, and up past the 35, and they mark it at the 35. Another good return for the Wyverns. They'll start with good field position. First down to the 35. How will Kailua's offense respond? They're going to have to keep up with Baltimore today, it would appear. 2 receivers, Iba in the slot, Kirkland top of the screen, with Christ in the backfield along with Matsumoto and a fullback. Matsumoto back to pass. Matsumoto swings it outside. That pass is caught for a gain of 8. Rex Norton's second catch. Lyons and Joe Dazzo on the stop. Second and 2 at the 44. 7:48 to go, first quarter. Again, tight formation here for Kailua. 4-3 look for Baltimore, all 11 defenders on the screen. Hand off to Christ. Christ ran right into a mess. Lost a yard. Just didn't see the pressure coming from the weak side. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 3, loss of 1. When the Dazzos get in the chat room and talk about ice cream, it's very painful. Ice cream is the best thing to roam the earth other than women in football. 3rd and 3 from the 42. Counter for Christ. Christ picks up another First Hawaiian Bank first down with his legs. 19 yards on 7 carries. Trying to pound them here early on. And Kailua nears midfield. First and 10 for Kailua following Christ's run. Second time they've moved the chains on a 3rd down with Christ. Four receivers now. First time we've seen this look out of Kailua today. Delayed handoff, and Christ pushes ahead and actually got 1. Should have been for a loss. Dazzo there with Crab Company to make the tackle. Second and 9 at the 48, so runs so far this game have not been necessarily plentiful, but they have got the job done. Second down, hand off to Christ on a counter. Counter around the right-hand side. Christ makes a spin move and picks up 7, and Kailua making this game very manageable here to start the first quarter. We'll see what they do on 3rd and short. Baltimore just 3 plays in the first quarter offensively thus far. They scored.
3rd and 1.
Iba, bottom of the screen, he has 1 grab. Kirkland, 2 catches in the first half. Defensive line shifts from right to left. 4-3-4 look again out of Baltimore. Hand off to Christ on a 3rd and 3, and this time it doesn't work out. Tackle in the backfield brings up 4th and 2 for Kailua, so the first punt of the day will come off the boot of Minardi unless Kailua decides to go for it, which at this point in the game they'll try to see what their defense can do in an effort to pin Baltimore deep. Try Trying to coffin corner it down that left-hand side. Inside the 10, inside the 5, bouncing down to the 3, down to the 2, down to the 1, and they touch it down at the 1! What a kick from Minardi! Kailua playing Russian roulette there with the bouncing ball, nearly rolled into the end zone. And Baltimore starts within their own territory. What a kick. Snyder, 2 carries, 42 yards on the opening 3-play drive. 3 receivers, a 4-2-5 set for Kailua. And they'll hand it off to Snyder on a counter, and he is wrapped up pretty quickly, but pushes ahead for a couple. To the 3-yard line. Next home game for the Kailua Wyverns, Saturday, August 23rd against Dallas. That is 3 weeks away. Kickoff is at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern from Landmark Coliseum, right here on the SFL Network on Twitch and on 99.5 AM NOS The Storm, your Wyvern radio home. As Mike Dazzo hit as he threw. Incomplete, pressure by Solstead brings up a 3rd and 7 from back into their own end zone. Third and 7 from the 3. 4:31 to go in the first. Kailua looking for their first stop of the day. Dazzo 3-step drop, has a pocket, slings it, it is tipped and intercepted and returned to the 8-yard line. Nathaniel Grayson comes up to make the play. First down, Wyverns. Nathaniel Grayson, head on a swivel as Outdat dropped the football right into the midst of Grayson. Nathaniel Grayson, 3rd all-time in interceptions in SFL history, now has 11 for his career. Ahmad Arrington has 12 and Billy Joe Casper has 15. First and goal at the 8. Handoff, Noel Christ makes one man miss inside the 5 and pushing ahead of the 3-yard line. Second and goal, Mike Dazzo again with an interception, but this time not his fault. Outdat just took his eyes off the prize.
Second and goal.
4 minutes and counting, and Kailua still holding strong here. 3 wide receivers. Christ to the right of Matsumoto. They'll hand it off on a delay, and Christ breaks a tackle, and I thought he was in. Peter on the stop. Christ looked like he pushed ahead and got the ball over the goal line. The officials say that he did not. Kailua will not challenge. They'll try to punch it in.
Let's go, D! That's what we stand for!
Matsumoto calling out signals. Matsumoto on a draw, hands off to Christ, and it's they marked him short again. Henry Hittner on the stop. He again looked like he crossed the goal line. And what a big stop for Baltimore's defense. Wyvern fans can't believe it. What a missed opportunity for Kailua. I can't believe we didn't get a challenge on either one of those. The second and goal run looked closer than the third and goal run, but either one of them looked like he crossed the line. Instead, a chip shot field goal for Kailua. That could come back to haunt him, and that kick from 17 yards is easily through. 2:42 to go in the first. Kailua holds a 10-7 lead. A wild start to this one. CasualAdultGamers.com is an official partner of the Simulation Football League. Find out how you can join the best NFL league All-Pro football has ever seen and play against the best All-Pro football online players that are still around after all this time. CasualAdultGamers.com. Find out how you can get on the wall of champions as Baltimore returns up to the 29. 10-7, Kailua on top of Baltimore, and the Crabs will try again. This will be their third possession after a touchdown followed by an interception. I formation with Quick at the top of the screen, handed off to Snyder around the right-hand side, and ripped up in the backfield. Elliott Snyder put down Sebastian Brock there to make the stop. We've yet to introduce Baltimore's starting offense. Quarterback number 7, Mike Dazzo, son of linebacker Joe Dazzo. Running back is number 36, Elliott Snyder. The receivers are Nick Quick, number 3, and Demetrius Outdad, number 17. Second and 11 at the 29. And they'll hand it off again. Snyder up the middle and breaks through a tackle. Snyder gets 7 to the 35-yard line. Third down and 4 at Baltimore's own 35. Crowd rises up. They've been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. Baltimore 47% on third downs this year. That is second best in the SFL, 20 for 43. Dazzo drops back deep to pass. That pass is caught by Quick. His first grab of the game to the Kailua 41-yard line. First down, Baltimore. Grayson makes the touchdown-saving tackle. Mike Dazzo, 93.8 rating so far today, 48 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Baltimore's offense, 315 passing yards a game, 259 rushing per game. As Dazzo throws it short, Outdat got away and picked up a solid 6 on the play up to the Kailua 35-yard line. As we're inside a minute to go in this half. By the way, Kailua's red zone defense, number 1 in the league coming in. They have given up just 20% touchdowns in the red zone in 10 red zone trips by their opponents. Snyder takes a handoff and picks up a first down on a broken tackle. Brock eventually comes away with the stop at the Kailua 29, but the Crabs in scoring position yet again.
First and 10 from the Riverlands. Down!
First and 10 for Baltimore. Possibly the final play of the first quarter. 3 wide receivers, all to the short side top of the screen as Dazzo goes that direction. It's picked off again at the 7-yard line. It's Grayson's second of the day. That's how you end a quarter. Kailua's red zone defense, brilliant again. Pass intended for Nick Quick. He was bottled up, and that is the end of period 1. Kailua with the ball and the lead, 10-7 over Baltimore. This is Wyvern Radio, 99.5 AM NOS The Storm. We'll be right back to Landmark Coliseum after this.
Fantasyland at Magic Kingdom. For the first time ever, dine in Beast's Castle. Go to new depths with Ariel's undersea adventure. Explore sprawling kingdoms and make memories that you'll never forget at the Walt Disney World Resort.
Who will help you through life's ups and downs, making it easier to cope with surprises and take care of life's necessities. At First Hawaiian Bank, our Pay Any Day personal loan can reduce stress by improving your finances. And that's good for everyone. Good business or just smart, long-term thinking.
Kailua Wyvern football on 99.5 The Storm is brought to you by Trojan, feels like nothing's there. By EA, Electronic Arts. by Walt Disney, the place where dreams come true, and by Royal Caribbean International. Start of the second quarter here in Kailua from the 10-yard line. The Wyverns have a 3-point lead and have forced 2 interceptions already out of Mike Dazzo, who is not a first-half quarterback. That pass in traffic, caught for a gain of 6 from Yuya Iba, hitting her on the tackle. Second and 4 at the 17.
Down. Sit.
3 wide receivers.
Watch the draw, baby. Watch the draw. Right now.
Matsumoto out of the shotgun, hands it off to Christ. Got some room. Oh, buried at the 19 by Eddie Gage. They're showing a different 27, but I believe it was Gage that popped him at the 19, 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 from Will Wyvern, 19 yards.
2 receivers and Christ in the backfield. Will they try to pick it up again on the run? They will do so. Christ around the right-hand side of First Hawaiian Bank, first down. And this rookie is making some big runs in the first half to keep drives alive. Hand off to Christ around the left-hand side, breaks a tackle. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Loss of 1. Lions on the stop, 2nd and 11. Can Kailua take advantage? Only 3 points off of the first interception that was returned all the way to the Baltimore 8-yard line. Back to pass Matsumoto. He fires. That is caught just shy of the sticks. 3rd and short again. Iba making the grab and getting the toes inbounds. Next football Sunday on the SFL Network, it's the Southwest Shootout, 6th edition, as Oklahoma City hosts Dallas at 3 p.m. Central. Then the Baltimore Crabs will host the San Francisco Bulldogs, who fell to 1-3 earlier this afternoon in a tough loss to Orlando. Football Sunday next week on Twitch TV, as Christ again on 3rd and short picks up a first down to the 39-yard line. Noel Christ, the rookie, who's averaging a modest 3.4 yards a carry this year, 6th best in the SFL. 17 carries, 44 yards, 2.6 yards a carry already, and we've still got 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. So now you got to wonder if he's going to be gassed by the 4th, and Matsumoto is sacked. 2nd and 15. After Rashawn Gammon makes the stop. So back-to-back, 2nd and 10 plus for Kailua. Not a situation any team wants to be in.
2nd and 15.
10 minutes and counting here in the first half. Second game of a football Sunday doubleheader. Orlando defeated San Francisco earlier today, and you can read the game recap and check the box score on simulationfl.com right now. As Matsumoto drops to throw, that pass is caught in triple coverage by Kirkland. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down and 6. Kirkland and Iba coming up big so far in the first half. Making some really challenging catches. 3 receivers set, 2 in the backfield. I'd expect a pass here. A 3-3-5 look. Hand off to Christ on 3rd and 6. First Hawaiian Bank first down to Baltimore territory. And Kailua not afraid to run the football today. A gutsy call on 3rd down and 6. Another move of the chains for Kailua. Beating Baltimore at their own game of clock management. Now shotgun, 3 wide receiver set. Kirkland bottom of the screen. Iba top of the screen. Matsumoto on the shotgun. Matsumoto hands off. Kreis again. Kreis past the 50, picks up 2 to the 47. And Kailua better be careful or Kreis is going to get gassed here. Up to 20 carries now, I believe. Kailua has dominated time of possession. 2nd and 8. Iba, the lone receiver, bottom of the screen. 4-3 set. Matsumoto to pass. Matsumoto down the middle. Wide open! Inside the 30 to the 28. A gain of 19. 1st down, and Matsumoto currently possessing a perfect quarterback rating. He hasn't missed yet. Clay Bailey, the tight end, all by himself. First down to the Baltimore 28. Excitement early here for Kailua. How important is it that they come away with 6 here? Handoff on a delay to Kreis, trying to get outside and wrapped up for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. How long has Kailua had the football? They started with the ball at the beginning of the 2nd quarter following Grayson's interception. They've had it for nearly 6 minutes. 2nd down, 12 yards to go. And play action, Matsumoto back to pass. All day to throw. Caught inside the 10, down to the 5. First Hawaiian Bank first down for Kailua. Drew Terry on the reception. What a first half for Kailua. They move the chains again. First and goal at the 5. Baltimore red zone defense is last in the league, giving up 50% of touchdowns inside the red zone, but Kreis loses 3 on that carry. Already 21 carries today, and they need Matsumoto to step up now. Kreis looks a bit tired. Halfway through the 2nd quarter, and Baltimore has not gotten the ball in the 2nd quarter. Tight set, and the backup to Kreis gets a carry and picks up 2. Now it's up to Matsumoto to throw another 6-yard pass, this time for a touchdown. Kailua has put themselves in 3rd and middle to short situations in this entire first half. 4 wide receiver set, 3 to the top of the screen, an empty backfield. Matsumoto back to throw, 4-man rush. Matsumoto to the end zone, and pass is caught for a Kailua touchdown! Touchdown Wyverns on maybe the longest drive in league history. It lasted 7 minutes and 7 seconds. And we have hit a new viewing record with 20 live viewers. Thank you all for supporting the Simulation Football League. We're building something here. We appreciate all your support. Right now, Kailua has played just about as good of a half as they could have played. Extra point is good. 5:53 to go. 17-7. And now a refreshed Kailua defense will finally take the field. Wyverns kick it away. From the 14, Baltimore on the return to pass the 25 to the 29. Visit the official league website at simulationfl.com and follow and like and subscribe our social media platforms at Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch, all at /SimulationFL.
1st and 10. From the crowd. 30 yards.
1st and 10 of the 29. Now 2 in the backfield for Dazzo, who has thrown 2 interceptions in the first half. Snyder stretching it out to the right-hand side. Breaks a tackle, and then another. Nearly a first down to the 39.
Number 36 with the carry. He picks up 9 on the play. Number 56 credited with the tackle.
5.5 to go. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe will have your first half highlight stats and analysis from the SFL studios in San Antonio, Texas. 2K Sports halftime report right around the corner. Kailua holding a 10-point advantage over Baltimore, who seems to start slow often. Dazzo back to pass. Snyder is wide open. He waited too long, and Snyder was unable to pick up the first down. Dazzo was getting greedy, looking down the field. Snyder had nobody on him for a good 5 or 10 yards. Third and inches at the Baltimore 39. Can Kailua get a stop? Snyder on a toss. There is a penalty marker from the backfield. Snyder picked up the first down. Baltimore has the most penalties in the league this year, 11.
Flipping, number 69, offense. Repeat, 3rd down.
So a clipping for Baltimore moves it back 3rd and 13 after Snyder picked up a first down. 5 in the box for Kailua, 3 to the top of the screen for Baltimore receiver-wise. 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Dazzo back to pass. He's in trouble! Sacked at the 20! The Trojan sack count is now at 1. Lee Tuck-Inyuk on the stop. 4th down, Baltimore to put it away. That one looked painful. Baltimore to kick it away.
You better be careful, or I'm gonna bring it again.
From their own the punter standing back at their own 5-yard line. From the 36, Kailua on the return makes one man miss. Up to the 40, took a shoulder to the chest. Griffin on the return. Kailua gets it back again after Baltimore has the ball for only a couple of minutes. Kailua 1-2 this season. Baltimore 3-0. And their undefeated season in some peril here. Wyvern fans making it a raucous environment. 4 wide receivers. A draw play to Christ, who continues to get a big bulk of carries in the first half as he gets nothing on the run. Ball stays at the 41-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. You have to wonder how much Christ is going to have in the tank in the second half. Matsumoto, perfect quarterback rating in the first half, 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. Matsumoto back to throw. All kinds of time. Deep down the field. Oh, and just out of the outstretched arms by Lawrence Kirkland. That would have been a monster strike from Matsumoto. And it brings up 3rd and 10, a rare 3rd and 10 for Kailua today. Matsumoto had him, and that might have been the first incompletion of this game for Matsumoto. He'll go empty backfield. 3 receivers to the far side left. A 4-2-5 look. with Baltimore in man coverage. Matsumoto, a three-man rush. Back to pass. It's intercepted. Eddie Gage past midfield to the Kailua 41, and it's the first mistake for Kailua all day. And for Eddie Gage, that is interception number 4 on the season. That ties Tank Savage's league-leading 4. Snyder, 7 carries for 66 yards. Hasn't had a lot of opportunities because they haven't been on the field very much. Trips to the bottom of the formation. Snyder takes a toss that direction. Has a lot of space. Nearly a first down to the 31-yard line.
He picks up 10 yards on the play. Number 56.
So momentum squandered a little bit by Matsumoto's interception. He got a little greedy. He threw that one into traffic. Man, that pass to Kirkland needed to be completed. Kirkland was open down the field. Snyder takes the handoff, a lot of room to the outside, but it's shut down quickly. Shigeki on the stop. First and 10 at the 29. Snyder does move the chains. Mike Dazzo trying to once again shake off first half interceptions. Had 3 last week, ended up throwing 4 touchdowns. Has a touchdown today, but 2 picks. Snyder on the carry up the middle. Picks up 5 to the 25-yard line. Baltimore, the number 1 rushing offense, 259 yards a game. Oklahoma City not far behind, 215 and a half. Kailua against the run gives up 102 per game. That is 3rd best in the league. And we have come down to the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Seek shelter. This is the storm. 99.5 AMNOS, Kailua, Hawaii, Wyvern Radio. Second and 5 at the 25. 2 minutes to go. 5 in the box. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo throwing, caught out of bounds. Quick was open at around the 5-yard line. But he was standing out of bounds. Quick now lines up in the slot at the front of the trips formation. 3rd and 5 from the 25. They're going to toss it to Snyder. Stopped at the backfield. Oh, Elliott Snyder made 4 people miss and picked up the first down. A back-breaking run out of Elliott Snyder. Kailua looked for sure like they were going to have him dead to rights. A big move of the chains with 1:35 and counting. Out that top of the screen. 17-7, Kailua on top. Snyder in the backfield takes a carry on a counter. Snyder 15, picks up a block. Snyder 10, Snyder 5, touchdown Baltimore. And a nice robot celebration there. The robot is harder than it looks. So Elliott Snyder and Baltimore punch in a touchdown following, wow, what a block. Following Matsumoto's first mistake of the day. 17-13 with a minute 18 to go in the first half. And Elliott Snyder is back up to his old tricks. Coming up tomorrow night, the Dallas Stars take on the New York Knights, who are red hot, winners of 3 straight. I'm sure they're hoping for a crab loss today so they can try to get a first place spot. New York hosts Dallas, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern on the SFL Network on Twitch. What can Kailua do with a minute 18 on the clock? 3 timeouts for either side. This is the Simulation Football League on the SFL Network on Twitch.tv. We're happy that you can join us on this football Sunday as the Hall of Fame game kicks off shortly after the conclusion of our game. There's a flag on the return.
Holding, number 95, receiving team, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Baltimore will get the ball to start the second half. Kailua, for all they've done right in this half, and we talked about this last week when Baltimore traveled to Dallas, for all they have done right, a 3-point lead. Dallas and Baltimore were tied at 17 at the end of the half last week after Baltimore dug a 14-0 hole. Like a 17-7 hole here today as Christ takes it on a draw and picks up 4. Snyder 107 yards in the first half, trying to become the first ever running back to record 4 straight 200-plus yard games. Don't forget, in the second half, there is a big announcement coming up. The SFL is moving and shaking. Big plans for a game later on this season. That announcement coming your way in the second half, right here on Wyvern Radio. We're going to hand it off again to Christ, and I don't really know what this is accomplishing for Kailua. If nothing else, it's keeping the ball out of Baltimore's hands so that Kailua can take a lead into the locker room, but all you're doing is wearing down Noel Christ even more, which is something that you don't want to do. Now there are 4 wide receivers for Kailua. Maybe they try and take one shot here and get a timeout. Matsumoto to throw down the field, wide open. No, he was out of bounds. Iba looked like he got a foot in bounds. That's very unfortunate for Baltimore, and we're going to have a booth review.
We'll review the previous play, whether the pass was caught in bounds.
So let's take a look. It looked on first glance like Iba made this catch. A perfect play for the situation, and it looked like he got a foot in. They should overturn this.
Review, the pass has been ruled complete. The catch was made prior to going out of bounds. First down.
You bet. That's a 15-yard reception for Iba. And Kailua has a chance to run one more play and get into Hail Mary and or field goal range, call a timeout, and try and extend their lead.
There ain't no comeback lane for you.
Matsumoto out of the shotgun. Back to pass, down to 4 seconds. Matsumoto over the middle, and a sliding attempt at a catch made by Kirkland, but it comes off his hands. And this will be the final play of the first half. A dangerous throw, though. If you're going to throw, you got to throw it deep because you don't want Baltimore picking it off and taking advantage. So here we go. Final play of the first half. Dan and Peter coming up next. Matsumoto, play action. And he avoids a sack and then is sacked. That's the end of the first half of play. Kailua 17, Baltimore 14. Dan and Peter take it away. This is 99.5 AM NOS The Storm.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Wyverns with a small lead, 17-14.
Well, Dan, what do you say? You ready to dive into the 2K Sports halftime show?
Well, here's a look at our halftime stats, and as you can see, it paints a pretty clear picture. The Crabs should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponents hang in there with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Number 3 went to the air trying to convert on third down, and he found his man. A 26-yard touchdown for the home team. The Wyverns strike first and go up by 7. Still early in the first, number 36 would get the carry here. Good blocking up front, and it helped to spring him. A 34-yard play that set up a visitor's touchdown. Midway through the first, game tied 7-all. Number 36 is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way, and he's able to get his hands on this one and picks it off. The Wyverns have it off an interception. Griffin is called upon after the red zone problems, and he is true on the short field goal attempt. An 18-yard field goal. The Wyverns ahead 10-7. Number 36 was in the right place at the right time as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Wyverns, middle of the second, already inside field goal range. Number 3 would find his target on this one. A 24-yard play that set up a home team touchdown. Late into the second quarter, the Wyverns leading by 10. Number 27 was in the right place at the right time as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Crabs, late in the second quarter, number 36 would find an opening here, and he was off. A 17-yard touchdown for the visitors. And that will do it. The Wyverns are holding on to a lead, 17-14.
All right, good work, partner.
The Crabs will receive to start the second half, and this is a tight contest. Currently, they're down 17-14. Let's go down to the field.
Baltimore will get the ball to start the second half. Kailua, a 17-14 lead. This is Wyvern Radio, AMNOS The Storm. You're listening to Kailua Wyvern football on the SFL Network.
Everybody's telling me what to do with my money. Grow, money, grow. But it's not that easy. I mean, what exactly is a municipal bond? CDs? T-bills? Risk and return? These numbers move too fast. I'm not dumb, but I didn't have a clue. Until my bank helped me get one. First Hawaiian Bank. Their seminars explain it all. Now I know the lingo. Hey, I might not be a high roller, but I'm rolling. Now I have a clue. I have the answers. Yes.
First time I saw a Sony 4K TV, it was like opening my eyes. It's 4 times the detail of HD. Colors become richer, details become clearer. As a filmmaker, that changes everything. Audiences can see the stories I imagine like never before, in clarity and beauty that enhance everything we watch. Now there are no more barriers between the world that I see and the ones I can show you. Only on a Sony 4K Ultra HD TV.
Here, kids jump. Kids dream. Kids giggle. Kids remember. And right now, when you book a Royal Caribbean cruise, kids sail. Free. No one brings a family together like Royal Caribbean. Book now and your kids sail free. Plus, get a free upgrade. Call 1-800-ROYAL-CARIBBEAN for this limited time offer.
Start of the second half here in Kailua. Wyverns have a 17-14 lead on Baltimore, and the Crabs will start with it to start the second half. Let's take a look at the Sony stat of the first half. Baltimore more than doubled in time of possession, 17 to 8 minutes. Kailua had the ball for 7 minutes at one point in the second quarter. Dazzo drops back to pass. His pass short is caught by Quick. As you look at Dazzo's numbers, 58 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions, and that is Quick's second grab of the game.
Second and 5.
Down!
Second and 6 at the 31. Dazzo on a stretch play, and one man to get away from. Snyder does so. First down to the 43. Snyder is a tough man to bring down. And the one negative about Kailua holding the ball so much in the first half is that Elliott Snyder has pretty much unlimited carries in the second half, as Sebastian Brock couldn't bring him down. Would have stopped the move of the chains.
First and 10 from 43 yards.
First down to the 43. Dazzo, hand off to Snyder. Snyder on the left-hand side again. Snyder past midfield, first down to the Kailua 45. What has anybody got to do to stop this guy? Three straight 200-yard games to start his career. Snyder, 772 yards, averaging 7 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns, 37 broken tackles in 4 games. Hand off to Snyder, spin move, makes a couple people miss, picks up 5 to the 40.
Number 26, credited with
Second and 5. Can Kailua come up with enough stops in the second half?
second and 4.
And will Matsumoto be able to step up to the challenge to get Kailua this win? Hand off Snyder on the left-hand side. Picks up some amazing blocks. A 7-yard pickup for another first down. And the offensive line of Baltimore is punishing Kailua. You can see the blocks right there on Saunders and another Wyvern. I mean, these are some punishing hits.
First and 10 from the Wyverns.
Down! 6.
First and 10 of the 33. Baltimore's going to go empty backfield. 5 wide receivers. Dazzo back to pass. Has time. Goes. It is caught by Outdat. Touchdown, Baltimore. Outdat second of the day. They score on the opening possession of the first half, and the Crabs are at it again. Bad coverage. Way out of position, and Outdat walks into the end zone. Second passing touchdown for Dazzo on the day. And these are the second half Baltimore Crabs that we have come to know. Team tremendously tough to stop in the third and fourth quarter. Extra point is good. 10:37 to go in the third. Kailua needs some answers. They trail now for the first time in this game, 21-17. .10:37 to go in the third. Who will answer the call for the Wyverns? Another short kick for Baltimore. Kicker needs to work on his leg. Return to the 31. Once again, Kailua will start from outside their own 30. Next Kailua home game is Saturday, August 23rd versus the Dallas Stars. Kickoff is noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. You can catch the action right here on Wyvern Radio 99.5 AM NOS The Storm or on SFL Network at twitch.tv/simulationfl as Matsumoto will pass on a 1st and 10. All kinds of time, and it is knocked away. Henry Hittner gets a hand on it at the last minute, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. That's not the way you want to start a possession if you're Kailua. Pass intended for Kirkland. Big break on the ball there from Hittner. Second down. Kirkland has been quiet since the first quarter. Three wide receivers. 3-3-5 look out of Baltimore's defense. Iba bottom of the screen. Handoff delayed. Kreis only 2. Kreis 2.1 yards a carry. 8.5 for Snyder, who is up to 145, well on his way to another 200-yard performance. Can Kailua convert? Last thing they want to do is give up a touchdown and start a three and out. Mismatch at the top of the screen. 3 receivers to only 2 defensive backs. Will Matsumoto see it? He'll throw it the short side or the far side, and it's short of the 1st down. Iba's got to run that route past the sticks, and that's exactly what Coach Sutherland is saying. Mistake there, and Kailua will punt it away as their defense tries to hang on.
Oh, here I come, kicker! Here I come! Here I come!
Kailua with the punt. From the 21. Oh, what a hit of the 23! Crab for dinner. 1st down. Let's take a look at the Drama Fever upcoming schedule for the Kailua Wyverns. They will take to the road next week at Grand Rapids, August the 9th. And then the following week we'll travel to San Francisco, so back-to-back road games for Kailua. And then finally their home game. Snyder's running the wrong way, ends up losing only 1. Those back-to-back road games leading up to Kailua's home game against Dallas. They won't have another bye till week 11 at home in the season finale against Oklahoma City, August 31st. That's your Drama Fever upcoming schedule. Brought to you by Drama Fever, an official partner of the Kailua Wyverns, as Elliott Snyder still running. Picks up 4, 3rd and 7. This is a big play here for Kailua defense. Third and 7. It's an empty backfield again for Dazzo. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom of the screen. Dazzo dropping back to throw. Down the middle. Oh, nearly intercepted right through the hands of Sebastian Brock. And Kailua gets the stop. Baltimore will have to punt it away. Nearly picked off. That was thrown right to Brock. Couldn't make the play. The big announcement the SFL has to make is coming up shortly. High snap! Snapped out of the back of the end zone! And Baltimore will punt it from there! Nearly blocked! It's a short kick and it will hop to the 34 to the 35-yard line. The snap went clear over the punter's head and nearly out of the back of the end zone, and somehow he was able to get it away without it being blocked. Wow, we have never seen that here in the Simulation Football League. History being made all over the place today, and Kailua missed a giant opportunity for a touchdown there. Oh my goodness, let's catch our breath. Hand off to Christ, past the 30, and he pushes ahead for a 9-yard gain. Holy moly, not only did it snap over his head, he went back to get it and still was able to get the punt away.
Second and 1.
Just unbelievable. That's a top play nominee right there, just because. I'd argue that was the best punt ever, as Christ is smacked down for a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd and 5.
With the tackle, stops for a loss of 3 on the play.
Wow.
3rd and 4 from the crowd.
Shocking how much Kailua is running the ball today. It has been semi-effective, but it's putting a lot of pressure on Matsumoto on 3rd downs. He's back to throw in traffic. What a grab from Iba. A first Hawaiian Bank first down to the Baltimore 22. I can't believe what I just saw. I still can't believe it. I would say I'm speechless, but I'm just mumbling and murmuring, so that would be incorrect. 1st and 10 on the 22. Matsumoto to throw. Matsumoto swing out to Christ. Got to make one man miss. He cannot. Only a pickup of 1 and the tackle made by, I believe, Hittner. Six catches for 47 yards on 6 targets for Iba today. Catching everything that comes his way. 2nd and 9. Matsumoto adjusting as Baltimore's defense does the same. Lots of moving. Looks like they may be coming on a blitz. 3 wide receivers. They hand it off to Christ. It's only a gain of 1, and it's 3rd down again. But you got to give Kailua credit. They're trusting in Matsumoto to be able to bail him out of 3rd down situations. And as long as he can continue to do that, Kailua can bleed a lot of time off the clock and keep this game close. Back to pass. Matsumoto all day to throw. That pass is caught right over the outstretched arms of a crowd defender. First Hawaiian Bank first down. Terry on the catch. Just outside the 10-yard line, Kailua enters into the Disney red zone where dreams come true.
1st and 10.
What a precision pass from Matsumoto.
Here we go. Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Hand off Christ, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Joe Dazzo says, "Nice to meet you. Where's your name tag?" "I'm Joe." "This is Mike." "Sup?" 2nd and 10 at the 10. 118 rating still for Matsumoto today despite the interception. 4 wide receiver set. Christ in the backfield. They will once again hand it off to Christ on a 2nd down, and it's 3rd and 9. And that's basically what Kailua is doing in this 3rd quarter right now. They are just putting it on Matsumoto's shoulders on 3rd down while they bleed the clock.
3rd and 9 from the crowd. 9-yard line.
4 wide receivers, 3rd and 9 from the 10. It'd be pretty gutsy if they ran the ball here. Matsumoto to pass. Matsumoto down the middle, into traffic, and incomplete. Pass intended for Iba. There was a lot of traffic in there. So Baltimore's defense holds, but the 3rd quarter nearly over. Bad news for Kailua is Baltimore has not needed a lot of time to put some points on the board today. This field goal will be from 26. And the 26-yard field goal is good for Kailua. 4:13 to go in the third. Baltimore 21, Kailua 20. VirtualSportsNetwork.com is the place where you can get all of your sports gaming news and information. Join the message boards and some online leagues, along with exclusive podcasts and videos. VirtualSportsNetwork.com, an official partner of the Simulation Football League. From the 5, Baltimore on the return, past the 20 to the 26. So 41 points have been scored.
First and 10. From the crowd, 27 yards.
Down. Counter.
4:10 to go. Hand off to Snyder. Big run for Snyder. Picked up a first down, 11-yard pickup to the 37. Snyder got this quickly right up the gut.
First and 10.
How many stops can Kailua get? Very close game. They have played very well today. Strategy that might not work out as well against some other teams as it has against the Crabs today, as Snyder picks up 4. Second and 6 to the 40.
A pickup of 4 yards on the play. Number 53, credited with the tackle.
The red-hot New York Knights take on the Dallas Stars tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern in primetime from Metro Stadium in Buffalo. Knights and Stars right here on the SFL Network as Snyder picks up just 2. So it's 3rd down and 4. This will be only the 4th play of the drive. Third and 4, crowd full throat. 4 wide receivers. Dazzo back to pass, has some time. Dazzo deep down the field. There's a penalty marker. It is an incompletion. Not sure what the flag is. If it's on Baltimore, it's 4th down.
An eligible receiver downfield. Number 60, the penalty is declined. Incomplete pass.
It is on Baltimore, 1st down, or 4th down rather. And the Crabs will have to punt it away. Big defensive stop by Kailua. Visit Simulation FL, the official website of the Simulation Football League, to watch live games, preview each game every week, read game recaps, watch highlights, game recaps, check out our immersive statistics, and so much more at simulationfl.com. Hashtag UnitedWeSim as Kailua from the 26 returns to the 28. Noel Kreis, 29 carries. We have not hit the 4th quarter. 2.1 yard per carry. And for Kreis, that is his lowest output of the season. 1st and 10 at the 28. Matsumoto back to pass. Going deep, right off the bat, and it's knocked away. Kirkland, the intended receiver. Not a bad time to take a shot. Michael Sims on the coverage, 2nd and 10. Not a bad time at all. Matsumoto just needed a little bit more juice on that one, but Kirkland was well defended as Sims slashes the neck. Talking some smack and giving Kirkland some space. Matsumoto will throw again on 2nd and 10. And he will dump it off to Christ. Christ past the 30, wrapped up after a 3-yard pickup. Hittner on the tackle. 3rd and 7. Crucial with Snyder still without a lot of carries today, that Kailua keeps their defense on the sideline as much as possible to give them plenty of rest. Because you know there's going to be a heavy dose of Snyder in the fourth quarter. 4 wide receiver set, 3 to the bottom of the screen. For Matsumoto, empty backfield. Back to pass against a 3-man rush. Matsumoto deep down the field. It is caught! What a catch by Aiba! First Hawaiian Bank first down to the Crab. 48. He has made some tough catches today, but I don't think any were tougher than that. A big hit right at the point of attack, and Kailua, another 3rd down conversion. Draw play, Noel Christ, and he lost a yard. And now it's getting to the point as Hittner comes away with another tackle where maybe you start to rely more on Matsumoto and less on Christ, because now the runs aren't even in any way effective. So you're just putting yourself in a bad position. I formation, Aiba bottom of the screen, play action of the fullback, down the middle, it's picked off! Eddie Gage, with his 2nd of the day, his 5th on the season. It looked like Rex Norton made the catch, and somehow Gage came up with it. Rex Norton just mistimed where the football was. And Eddie Gage now leads the league with 5 picks in 4 games. A big stop for Baltimore nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. Dazzo, 3-step drop, throws it outside quick with his 3rd grab. Gain of 6.
6 yards on the play.
Right.
97 passing yards for Dazzo through nearly 3 quarters.
Down. Sit. Check. Go left. Go left. 21. Check.
Hand off. Snyder wrapped up immediately. Loss of 1. That's such a rarity. Saunders and Brock make the stop. The dynamic duo for Kailua. Saunders 4th in the league, 26 tackles coming in. Brock, a quiet season up to this point, but 23 and 13 assisted, not bad. Dazzo on 3rd and 5 against the blitz, and he exploits it. Out at first down to the Kailua 48 to end the 3rd quarter. Dazzo just got that away as Kailua brought the house. Dazzo a wobbler, but it got the job done. End of the 3rd quarter. Crabs driving. We got a good one. End of 3. This is Wyvern Radio. 13 minutes to go. Crabs by 1. We'll be right back to Landmark Coliseum after this.
Your adventurous side is waiting. Your relaxing side is calling. Your let's do it all side has arrived. And an unforgettable Disney vacation is all within your reach. And right now you can create a 7-day package, including a select Walt Disney World Resort hotel room and theme park tickets for as little as $75 per person per day for a family of 4. So come on, show your Disney side this year at the place where dreams come true.
No one does the Caribbean like Royal Caribbean.
Kailua Wyvern football brought to you by Drama Fever, by Sony, Make Believe, and by First Hawaiian Bank, the official bank of the Kailua Wyverns. First and 10 on the 48, 3 wide receiver set. And the handoff goes to Snyder, and Snyder's got a lot of room. Pickup of 12 to the 36, now up to 176 yards, 24 yards away from his 4th straight 200-yard game. It's taken him a little longer than usual, but he's still making plays for the Crabs, who have a 1-point lead. Kailua, following Baltimore's touchdown to start the third quarter, has not led since. Hand off to Snyder, still moving, picks up 2. Second down and 8, the clock is ticking. Ball at the Kailua 34. Wyverns need something here.
What's the counter? Red. We back.
2 backs, 2 receivers. Hand off Snyder, got a lot of space. Snyder picks up 5 to the 29. That'll bring up a third down and manageable 3.
Pick up 6 yards on the play. Number 53, credited with the tackle. 3rd and 2. From Crabs, 28 yards.
Down. Play action. I see play action. Flex strong, quick.
Dazzo's going to throw for it. And that pass caught wide open was Nick Quick over the middle. And Baltimore moves the change to the 25-yard line, and now it's the Crabs who are bleeding the clock here. Grayson with 2 interceptions today. Gage with 2 interceptions today.
Down.
Dazzo deep drop back. He's going down the field. What a hit! Outdad hung on at the 8. Outdad has been impressive today. He has made some big catches. Man, he got leveled. First and goal at the 8.
First and goal. Ball at the 8-yard line.
First and goal. 3 wide receiver set. They hand it off to Snyder past the 5. To the 4.
He picks up 4 yards on the play. Number 53 with the tackle.
Second and goal. Again, mentioned Kailua, number 1 in the league in touchdown defense in the red zone. 20% of the time they give it up. Hand off to Snyder. Penalty marker. It's going to be a hold on the Crabs. Baltimore, the most penalized team in the SFL. They've killed them.
Holding, number 64, outbound, 10-yard penalty, and it's foul at the 5. Repeat, second down.
Second and goal back at the 14. 9:50 and counting. Next Kailua home game, Saturday, August 23 versus the Dallas Stars. Get your tickets now at simulationfl.com/Kailua. And if you can't make it out to Landmark Coliseum, listen right here on 99.5 AM NOS The Storm as Dazzo drops to throw against a three-man rush. Dazzo's got a pocket. It's a wobbly pass that's caught down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2. Don't ask me how Dazzo made that complete. He's had some wobblers here in the second half. No reason to on that one, and it still was caught. Brock trailing the play. And you gotta believe this is Snyder time here. Hand off to Snyder. Snyder scored! So Baltimore extends the lead, now up by 7. Still a one-score game. Snyder just barely made it in. Big extra point here to help make it an 8-point game.
Brock on the hold.
Extra point is good. 8:59 to go. 48 points have been scored in this game. There is a current friendly competition going on, trying to figure out when the 50th point of this game will be scored. I said 3:08. From the 7, Wyverns on the return and not much there to the 26-yard line. This is a huge possession for Kailua. They need a big play. $8:55 to go. 1st and 10 from the 26. What can Noel Christ bring to the table? He's going to have to do better than what he did in the 3rd quarter. They need at least some yards from him. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto's pass. He fumbled the football. It's recovered by Joe Dazzo. No way. A challenge. Challenge, challenge, challenge. There's no way this stands. He did not make a football move. That pass is incomplete. Kailua's already won one challenge today. And there's the flag from Coach Sutherland.
The Wyverns are challenging. Whether the player has possession required.
Well, let's see. This should be an incompletion. Now, there is an error on the official's part in regards to how he announces this. Does he make a football move? We'll let you know who has the ball.
The receiver did have possession. It is therefore ruled a fumble. The Wyverns will not be charged with a timeout. 2nd down.
It's going to be... It's going to be a 2nd and 10 for Kailua. That was not a fumble. Incompletion. Major announcement coming up. Next, Crabs possession. 2nd and 10 of the 26. 2 receiver set, 2 in the backfield. Matsumoto back to throw. That pass is caught by Iba. Tried to spin away. It's 3rd and 4. Iba now 8 grabs for 73 yards out. Dad 5 for 95 and 2 touchdowns.
Third and 4. Ball at the 32-yard line.
3rd and 4 at the 32. 3 wide receiver set. Matsumoto, big play here, down the middle into traffic, incomplete. And Kailua will have to punt it away. They will need a big defensive stop, as Baltimore has taken more momentum away from the Wyverns. They just wear people down.
This is my neighborhood! My neighborhood!
Kailua kicks it away from the 35. Baltimore up to the 36. First down, Crabs. 8:22 to go in the ball game. 28-20. Kailua getting a tad desperate here. This is a very tight formation. No receivers for the Crabs. They'll hand it off to Snyder, trying to stretch it outside, and he lost 2. Down to 6.6 yards a carry, 185 on the day. Nathaniel Grayson on the stop. Either way, Elliott Snyder has moved into the #1 spot on the running back leaderboards today. He needs 228 to become the first running back to rush for 1,000 yards in 4 games. 2nd and 12 at the 34. Dazzo's pass caught by Quick in triple coverage. 3rd down and 3. Here we go. 2 receivers and 2 backs. 4-2-5 look. It's a quick handoff to Snyder. He got it. First down to the 48, gain of 5. Wyverns just can't get him off the field.
First and 10.
7:05 to go. Dazzo, another second half in which he has not thrown an interception. And we'd have to look back. Snyder coming into today, or Dazzo, pardon, coming into today had 4 interceptions, I believe, all, and has 6, including today's. I believe all 6 have come in the first half. Someone will have to refresh my memory on that one. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
2nd and 7. From the Crabs, 49 yards.
Halfway through the 4th quarter, Baltimore's possessing a 8-point advantage. Dazzo back to pass against a blitz head as they throw. It is caught by Quick at the 31. Boy, Nick Quick is coming up with some monster catches as Baltimore moves into field goal range, and Kailua needs some quarterback pressure and a turnover. Time running out just a little bit. There is still plenty to go, but Baltimore is proving why their 3-0 is not a fluke. 2 receiver set, Snyder in the backfield. Brock showing blitz. He backs off. Dazzo to throw. Over the middle. It's caught again. Gain of 8 to the 23. All the way down to 5:35 to go in the 4th. Baltimore has flipped the script on time of possession in the second half. Handoff, Snyder on a counter. Snyder got a first down past the 20. Still going, 15. Tackle by the ankles at the 11. Badly, Kailua needs a turnover. It'd be tough to fall down by 2 scores this late in the game. 5:07 left. Jamie Walsh predicted that the 50th point would be scored at 4:33, so she's probably hoping that she's wrong. As Dazzo swings it out to Snyder, and he's ripped up, loss of 2. Justin Saunders on the tackle, 6 and 1 for a loss today, 2nd and 12 on the 14. Kailua looking for some answers. Hand off to Snyder. Snyder, not much. Loss of 1. Here's the biggest play of the game. Even a sack would help. Down to 4:06 to go. Crowd standing. 3rd and 11, 3 wide receivers. 2 in the backfield for Dazzo. Down to 6 on the play clock, wasting time. Dazzo back to pass, pocket collapsing. Dazzo is hit! Trojan sack count up to 2. Richard Vaughn gets in to make the stop. And a field goal upcoming. From about 32 yards away. A 33-yard field goal from the left hash mark. Kailua needs a miss. 2 on the play clock. 33-yard kick. It's good. So Baltimore takes an 11-point lead with 3:01 to go. Kailua holds them to 3, but at what cost? A lot of time taken off the clock. First and 10 of the 28. First and 10 at the 28, 2:57 to go. Matsumoto needs to step it up. 4 wide receivers. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto pass caught. Breaking a tackle, gain of 6. No huddle offense. Matsumoto again, empty backfield. They have all 3, but I don't think you're going to win a game. Relying on stopping Elliott Snyder 3 straight times. First and 10 from the 39, 2:34 to go. Play action, Matsumoto swings it outside, that pass off the hands of the intended receiver, that's Terry. Got to make plays. Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe coming up with your game highlights, stats, and analysis from the SFL studios in San Marcos. In San Antonio, rather. Don't forget that the next game is Dallas at New York, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night, right here on the SFL Network. That will end Week 6. 2nd and 10. 3 receivers. Matsumoto down the field. Caught, first down at the Baltimore 40. Pass caught by Rex Norton. 2:18 to go. Matsumoto hurries up to the line. Back to pass. Matsumoto swings it outside. Kreis in trouble. Lost 3. Trying to get to the line of scrimmage to run one more play before the 2-minute warning. They just get it off. 2nd and 13. Down the field. It's tipped and incomplete. 3rd and long. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Take shelter. This is the Store. 99.5 AM and OS. Kailua Wyvern Radio. 3rd and 13. From the Baltimore 43, 4-down territory for Kailua. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom of the formation, and Matsumoto drops back to pass. Matsumoto going deep down the field! It's intercepted by Michael Sims. Overthrew the intended receiver. And this is going to be a tough loss for Kailua to swallow. Played well, but in the end, just too much crab as that pass a little bit overthrown. Michael Sims with the pick. For Sims, that's his first interception of the season. So now Kailua will need to stop the clock 3 straight times or this ball game is over. Dazzo will pass. Dazzo on the run, incomplete. Are you kidding me? Imagine if he would have thrown an interception. I mean, he threw it at the feet of a defender. That was nuts. 2nd and 10. Don't tell me they're going to do it again. Handoff this time to Snyder. And he is still on his feet and put down. Gain of 3. But Kailua saves a timeout. 3rd and 7. And now you got to be thinking about whether or not you pass here. So here we go at the 15. 3 wide receiver set. Mike Dazzo deep down the field. One-handed catch from Nick Quick, and that's the ball game. Making plays. That's a masterful catch. Another team tries and fails to defeat the Baltimore Crabs today, but again, gave him another good run, and the victory formation is now for Baltimore. So Kailua out of timeouts. 1:37 to go. Baltimore will become the first team to go 4-0 in league history. And Kailua, San Francisco, and Dallas continue to struggle to pick up big victories. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe coming up with your highlights, stats, and analysis on the 2K Sports post-game show. Our game recap will be shortly after that. Everybody enjoy the NFL Hall of Fame game tonight. Football has returned. Although, to us, it's never left. Hopefully, you guys feel the same. Down to 1 minute to go, 4 on the play clock. Kailua will get the ball back with about 15 seconds to go, but it's a moot point. We'll give you an instant replay of that punt as well. First time we've ever seen that in league history. 22 live viewers set a new record by 3 viewers, too. In the end, just too much crab.
Let's block the play, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And, oh my goodness, I nearly forgot about the announcement. The big league announcement is that the SFL is putting together our first ever All-Star game. We'll discuss with owners in regards to the rules and regulations, who will coach the teams, and how the teams will be determined. But the summer 2014 SFL All-Star game is just months away. Stay tuned. First and 10 of the 24, last gasp for Kailua. Play action, Matsumoto back to pass down the field, nearly intercepted. 13th time Iba's been targeted, 7 seconds to go.
Down. Sit.
2 receiver set. And 2 in the backfield. Final play for Kailua to try to make up some points. Deep ball is incomplete. 3 seconds to go. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe will have the call of the final play. I'll be back for the game recap as Kailua drops a close one.
Came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Yet another big play by this defense. That was their 5th batted ball today.
Yeah, you can see them start to anticipate the path of the throw the minute the quarterback winds up.
3rd down. The clock is stopped at 3.
Down. Watch the pass. Sit. Twin. Right there.
Number 3 tosses it down the left side, and they get the first on 3rd and long. With this one in the books, let's take a look back at some of the action. That was an exciting game. So let's not waste any time in getting to the highlights in our post-game show. Let's get started in this one early in the 3rd quarter. Number 7 is back to throw, and when he gets an opportunity to step up, these are the kinds of throws he makes. This was a big one. A 33-yard touchdown for the visitors. The Crabs are now in front for the first time and are now up by 4. After driving 26 yards on 9 plays, Griffin would be called upon for the field goal try, and he'd come through. The Wyverns connect on their 2nd field goal. Towards the end of the 3rd quarter, the Wyverns behind by 1. Number 27 was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Crabs, later in the 4th, Brewski got the carry as they pounded him out on the ground, and he made the most of it. A 2-yard touchdown for the visitors. The Crabs up 28-20. Number 7 connected with his man on this one. That set up a 34-yard field goal. The Crabs move ahead by 11. The Wyverns late in the 4th quarter. The ball at the 44. Number 21 shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. After getting an interception, the Crabs winning by 11. Number 7 went to the air trying to convert on 3rd down, and he found his man. And that's how we'll round this one out. The Crabs win this one 31-20. And here's your 2K Sports Player of the Game.
Number 36 proved once again why he's one of the best. Well, they put the game on his legs, Dan, and he managed to find his way through holes big and small all game en route to a big rushing performance. And that performance led his team to victory.
For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
a difficult way to end today's game for Kailua. Put up a heck of a fight, but in the end, Baltimore wins 31-20, outscoring Kailua 10-0 in the fourth quarter. Wyverns went out to a 17-7 advantage, had a 17-14 halftime lead, and Baltimore, resilient again in the second half, ends up with 412 total yards of offense, 208 on through the air, and 204 on the ground. Baltimore was 8 of 10 on third downs. Kailua even better, 14 of 17 on third downs. That may be a new league record. Red zone offense again for Kailua. They struggled, 1 touchdown in 3 red zone trips. Baltimore better, but not great. 2 touchdowns on 4 red zone trips. A lot was made about the time of possession in the first half. In the end, 71 plays for Kailua to 62 for Baltimore, so it did even itself out. Penalties, 2 for 25 for Baltimore. The Crabs took advantage of Kailua turnovers, 14 points off of 3 turnovers. The Wyverns did the same, ended up winning the time of possession battle in the loss. Passing, Mike Dazzo, 94 rating, 17 of 23, 208. Matsumoto finishes with 3 interceptions rather, and just 2 touchdowns. Both quarterbacks were sacked twice. 30 carries for 60 yards. Kreis ends up with his worst game of his rookie season as Snyder, for the 4th straight game, 200 yards on the ground, 207 on 33 carries, and a touchdown. Nick Quick in the fourth quarter came up big again for Baltimore, 8 for 95. Iba had 10 for 109. Outdat 5 for 95 and 2 scores. Kreis 3 for 1, Norton 3 for 52, Kirkland 2 for 36, another rough outing for Kirkland on 6 targets. Michael Sims played a pretty good game. Defensively, Sebastian Brock 10 tackles, 6 assisted, 2 passes defended. Henry Hittner 9 tackles, 4 assisted, 1 pass defended. Nathaniel Grayson 6, 5, and 1, also had 2 picks. Saunders 6 and 1, Gage 6 and 2, he had 2 interceptions, and Shigeki 5 tackles, 2 assisted on the day. We want to show you the punt, and I'm trying to... Does anybody remember where this punt was in the game? I want to say it was in the third quarter, because we got to get a second look at this right now. It was a Baltimore punt. And here it is, right here. Okay, so here's the most insane play I think we've ever seen. Second play we've seen something, or second game we've seen something bizarre on special teams. The punt, or the snap, sails over Ellis's head. Now the crazy thing is it sails over his head into the shade of Landmark Coliseum. It looked like it was going to bounce out of the end zone. Ellis going back to recover the punt. He recovers it with one hand. Here comes the rush as Kailua trying to get involved on the play. And amazingly enough, it looks like Kailua missed an opportunity. They stopped instead of trying to block the punt, and then by the time they went for the block, maybe they didn't want to rough the kicker. And then the leap to get the punt was a little bit late, but a crazy play as Baltimore's kick ends up bouncing at about the 35-yard line as Kailua just let it go. What a play. 31-20, Baltimore with the victory in the end. A wild game, a wild 2 games here on SFL Football Sunday. It was nothing short of entertaining. Baltimore 4-0. And next week, the undefeated Crabs will try to do it again as they host the San Francisco Bulldogs, who are desperate for a victory. 31-20, Baltimore with the win. From all of us in the SFL studios in San Antonio and from Landmark Coliseum in Kailua, Hawaii, I am Cameron Irvine saying have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Hall of Fame game, and we'll see you back here Monday night for Dallas and New York.